So, what happened today, Josh?
Well, I put a little bit of contaminated fuel out of a storage tank into our 2015 F-350 back here.
And why'd you do that?
Well, I was in a hurry at the time, and I thought it would be a good idea.
And what can happen when you do that, Josh?
Oh, man, you really had to go there, didn't you? I mean, this can really hurt your fuel system, your fuel injection system, and can cost a lot of money.
Wait a minute. Doesn't this truck have a FASS system on it?
That's right. Let's get some new filters on this thing. Take a look at all this rust on the particulate filter. Now this is going to be the inlet side of the filter as the fuel's coming into the FASS. All that contaminated fuel with the water in it caused that filter to rust. Now obviously it's not going to damage the fuel system or the FASS. After the fuel exits the particulate filter, it'll be running through the FASS motor, and then it'll be going through the extreme water separator, which removes over 99% of the water in your fuel. So you're not gonna have to worry about any of those contaminants getting pushed forward to your fuel injection system. So one more serious note, I did actually put some contaminated fuel in this thing, but it was completely on accident. I had a 65-gallon fuel container that I needed to drain so I could use that container again. That container had been sitting outside for probably a year and a half now. Open the lid and just look in there, you couldn't tell the fuel was contaminated at all. It looked nice and clean. I pumped the fuel out, pumped it into the fuel tank of this truck, and then once it started getting way down to the bottom, I looked in there again, and that's when I saw there's sitting water in there and what looked like there was either some dirt or algae sitting at the bottom. But we do have the FASS system on here with the extreme water separator with the laboratory proven over 99% water removal. So I wasn't really concerned about that contaminated fuel. Let me go back. I was not concerned at all about that contaminated fuel reaching the injection pump or the fuel injectors. One thing I did notice, probably a few hours after driving, once that contaminated fuel was in there and the FASS had polished it out, that water was trapped in the extreme water separator, and I was noticing quite a bit of fuel pressure drop under heavy acceleration. This system runs about 60 PSI on this truck, and under heavy acceleration or a heavy load, it would drop to about 52 PSI, and I was getting a low fuel pressure warning. But that was just an indicator that I knew that the water separator had absorbed an abundance of water, and it was beginning to restrict flow, and it was time to go ahead and change that out. Now again, because we have the FASS system on there with the extreme water separator, in this event, you don't have to worry about damaging your fuel injection system. You're gonna be good for miles to come.